Welcome to the Transformation Podcast, brought to you by Leading Empowerment and Transformation Authority, Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi. The Transformation Podcast brings you life-changing, empowering, and inspiring content designed to equip and empower you with the tools, resources, and strategies to live a fulfilling and purposeful life. Above all, the contents are around the areas of your personal development, leadership, entrepreneurship, relationships, health and well-being, and above all, so that you may thrive to live a fulfilling and a purposeful life, a life that is full of fulfillment, true inner joy and satisfaction. And I am your host, Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi, and I bring you to this podcast from the beautiful nation of Wales, where I'm spending some time with my incredible family. So thank you so much for joining me. And I thought I'll stop by today. It's been a while that I have not done a podcast, but I've been doing other work, and you can check on my YouTube channel. If you have not yet subscribed on Dr. Sylvia Likambi Global, I invite you to subscribe on my YouTube channel, so you may be aware, or you may be notified of groundbreaking programs or videos, life-changing, inspirational and transformational videos that I release on my channel. And there is something powerful that I do. I've been doing that for the last 120 days plus, daily spirit-filled messages to uplift, encourage you, especially for women of faith. If you check on my channel every single day, you will actually have the opportunity to delve into some powerful spirit-filled messages that will uplift you to continue to run the race of faith, to continue to live a purpose-driven life, and to continue to impact and transform lives amidst the challenges you face. You'll be given tools, resources, and equipment to empower you and enable you to be able to conquer those obvious or not very obvious challenges you are bound to go through in life as you journey towards fulfilling your God-given purpose. Today's theme is on overcoming perseverance, staying true amidst the challenges, working and staying on track to fulfill your purpose, achieve your goals amidst the obvious challenges. So it's all about perseverance. If I may give it a title, the power of perseverance, persevering through challenges. So, are you going through some challenges right now in your life? Are you encountering opposition, obstacles in your life right now? It might be in any area of your life. Like I said, my talk, the Transformation podcast, deals with diverse areas of our life, so we may live a holistic life. We may live a life of harmony. So we focus not only on the professional development side of things, we do focus on your personal development, you becoming the leader you were born and destined to become. We also focus on your health and your well-being, because I understand that your health is your greatest asset and wealth. If we are not healthy, if we are not alive, if we were dead, we could no longer impact our world. It will be what we have already done or what we did when we are alive that will stay behind as a legacy and will continue to impact lives long after we have gone. So it's paramount that I bring you life-changing and transformational content on the area of your health and well-being to equip and empower you to thrive in optimal mental, emotional, spiritual health and well-being, as well as psychological health and well-being. So it is very important that you are aware when you go through challenges. You are able to navigate through these challenges so they don't affect your health and well-being. They don't affect your mental, emotional, physical, relationship, psychological health and well-being, so that you may be able to experience harmony. As a result, today we're going to look at overcoming perseverance, overcoming life challenges, persevering in the face of challenges, obstacles in life. Again, like I said, it may be in your career, it may be in your business, it may be in your relationship if you're married, with your spouse, if you have a child, with your children, or maybe just your family, siblings, aunts, uncles, mom and dad, if you're not married, if you're single, or if you're alone. So let's delve into this. How do we persevere amidst the obvious challenges and oppositions? Persevering in the midst of challenges. Persevering in the midst of challenges. Developing those resilient muscles. Developing the strength and stamina to keep going amidst the challenges. How do we do that? First of all, there are some key things. I'll give you about four blueprints to enable you to keep going, to keep moving, to keep soaring, and also thrive amidst endless challenges that you encounter in your lifetime while pursuing or while running your race of life, your purpose to fulfill your divine purpose on this earth. But before I go there, I want to share this with you. I want to give you some background knowledge and information. The key difference between perseverance and patience is that patience is a matter of time. Patience is my ability to sit, to pause, to wait. Let time take its toll or its effect. Let time do its work. I sit and wait. There might be no challenges along the way during my time of waiting, while I am patient, while I'm allowing time to take its natural course. The more knowledge I have about a process, about something, about what I'm engaged in, the more patient I can be, because I understand there is a process that thing or that I need to go through in order to achieve that final outcome. There is a process in every situation, and time is a key element or contributor in this process. Time has to play its part. There is nothing you and I can do, or you and I can only do so much and allow the rest to take its natural course. Through time, through the seasons that it's destined to go through, and to eventually have the results at the appointed season, the season of harvest, the season of results, the season of outcome, etc., etc. So you must have this background knowledge, and I'll give you some key examples, okay, which will have a key role on my number one principle or blueprint to enable you to persevere during life challenges. It's understanding, it's awareness. You need to be aware. You need to have knowledge. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6. You know, this is a powerful scripture. And it tells us that when we don't have knowledge, in fact, it's ignorance, then we are derailed. We go out of course. We become impatient. We are not disciplined. We have no guidance, no willpower to keep going, because there is no knowledge of what we are doing, of where we are heading to, and what is expected during that process. But the more knowledge I have about something, the more understanding I have, and the more I can be patient. Awareness is in two parts. Awareness of that which you want to accomplish, awareness of your life purpose, awareness of your goals, awareness of the desired outcome that you want, and awareness of the person, the common denominator amongst all of these outcomes, life purpose, what you desire. That common denominator is you, it's the self, it's me. So it's about self-awareness and awareness of the situation, opportunity, goals, vision, whatever it is in twofold, because two things need to actually take part, or there are two ingredients, key ingredients for that purpose, for that process to be accomplished. You, who is the key denominator, will always be present, and then those various other things in life, situations, circumstances, people, challenges that will come, and then the person that has to persevere is that common denominator. The more you know who you are, the more you understand what you are made of, the more you understand the process that you need to go through to be fully developed, mature, so that you may actually fulfill your divine purpose, so you may live a fulfilled and accomplished life, complete and whole, in your most authentic form. The more you can persevere. Like I said, patience is that natural cause where I understand and I can be patient because I understand that I need 1 year, for example, to be able to walk from when I'm born. Even though I'm born with legs, I understand as humans, and I am human, there is a common denominator. My legs need to be strengthened. My legs need to be fortified. My legs need to develop. They need to build and develop those muscles that I need. So when I start walking, they can sustain me and I will not crumble and destroy those same legs that were destined to take me on this journey as I learn to walk and eventually walk without falling and stumbling. So the more knowledge I have about that, leg, who I am, how I function, the more I can be patient. I'm in no haste. I sit back, smile, and I don't even bother to start walking because I know it's not yet the time. It's not yet the season. My legs are there, yes. But right now, they are going through some intrinsic development that I have no role to play. It takes place with or without my control. It is involuntary. So I am not bothered. I am relaxed. I just do other things. I'm not worried. Perseverance comes when you now are on the path of using the tools, the resources you've been given, the equipment you've been given, the legs you've been given to walk. But each time now you can walk, you step out there, you encounter maybe an obstacle, you stumble. Each time you step out there, you are pushed back and you stumble. Each time you want to advance, you are pushed backwards and you cannot make a step forward. Instead of walking forward, you are consistently being pushed backwards and you're struggling, which is the most normal thing to walk easily once your legs are ready and well developed to be able to walk. So that's when you've got to persevere. Opposition comes for a purpose. You've got to understand that. It is about our ability to move, to keep moving forward amidst the obstacles, the opposition, the challenges we are facing. Amidst the pressure, so there is a tension on you. You want to sprout if you were a seed, for example, and there is that tension. There is the ground holding you buried underneath the ground. But if you understood what you are a seed, and your timing, you need to stay under that ground for a certain period of time to be nurtured, nourished, and let the things that are beyond your control take place naturally within, that are actually driven by time and space, matter, nutrients. They will take place. So you're patient under that ground. You're patient under that ground because you know where you're fully aware of who you are, what you are called to do, what you can do, and the race you are called to run, and the purpose you are called to live, and the life you are called to live, and the fruits you are called to bear. So you know that this is not my season, and you chill and relax when you are taken under that ground from that beautiful home where you used to be, in the kitchen where there is so much light, there is no pressure or tension on you. You are now taken under that ground where there is pressure. You are dark, you are in darkness, you are isolated, you are not bothered, you are patient. But now, opposition comes when you want to sprout. You need to break through that ground. There is something holding you back. There is the ground that is pressing you, is putting pressure on you so you don't shoot. Your vision in this case, you now are aware, okay, of who you are. Being aware helps you to be patient. It helps you to relax and allow the natural things to have their course, to allow time to have its course. It's like having an understanding of you and aware of what you want to become. Maybe you need to become a doctor. You know that you cannot become a doctor overnight. There is a process. Time is involved. Some certain things are involved. You need to be educated. It will take maybe 3, 4, 6 years, actually 5 to 6 years for you to study. Of course, if you put in so much time, the more actions we take, the shorter the time. But there are times when we've got to be patient. There is not a lot of actions I can take to, increase the season of harvest. Of course, I know in today's world we have a lot of things that are no longer organic, that are artificial, that have been caused to mature prior to their original moment of maturation and original season of harvest. But we see the side effects. We now know the tremendous side effects that we get from eating fruits, vegetables that are genetically modified, so they can grow faster, so they can bypass time, process, and seasons. Unfortunately, there are always consequences, negative consequences to pay when we bypass the law of time. When we want to go faster than the natural course we are meant to take, so we may be fully mature and complete. We grow so fast, we are not fully mature, we are not complete, and we come out to the end finished, not fully complete and mature. We are lacking some of the nutrients that are meant to be present, and they were supposed to actually get to that stage of maturation, or they were supposed to come into place as a result of time, season, and nature. But because we bypass that, we are not complete. We don't have everything. We don't have all the nutrients and minerals, and we see that in a lot of food today. They lack the real minerals. Some people say we are eating, but we are not really eating food because they don't have minerals and nutrients. And that's why you see the value, the worth in organic food. They are more expensive. They went through that natural process. You know, the manufacturer of that organic product followed the principles of nature, understanding that they were naturally designed. Purpose is the original intent for which something was designed or you were born. Original. The orange was originally created or designed to take a process maybe of 6 months, of 1 year, from the stage of sowing into the stage of manufacturing. So that's their purpose. They become fully matured oranges, lacking no nutrients, being fully complete in their authenticity as they were originally destined or designed and created to become. Now we are not patient. We pay a price. We don't have everything. We are not complete. We don't serve in our full potential. We get there. We are the fastest in running the race. But remember, the race is not for the swift. It is for those who endure. When you're so swift and complete, you complete lacking so many. You've not taken on the experiences, the minerals that you had to take along, that time had to release to you. And unfortunately, you get to the end of that race not being fully mature, being incomplete, and lacking so many nutrients, that those who endure the race, getting to the end after you, are fully matured and have, and they are more worthier. Or they are worthy, they are more worthy than you are, because they've allowed the course of time and maturation to take its natural course. So having clarity of what patience is and endurance is, knowing who you are and your purpose, when you understand that the end, my final purpose, my original intent for which I was created and placed on this earth is to impact and transform 10 billion lives. As long as you've not fulfilled that, you know that you must keep pressing on. When people push you back, stop you from reaching out to those 10 billion lives, you're going to have to keep going. You're going to press forward. You're not going to retreat and give up and give in. That, okay, I stop here. I've impacted 1,000 lives. I give up. I give in, because there is so much opposition. And now that gets from knowing, being aware, self-awareness, into having a vision, which is still part of being aware of your purpose. Vision is an internal mental image of your life purpose, of the final destination where you are meant to arrive and save in your full potential, in your completeness, wholeness, and maturation, lacking nothing. So in this state of awareness, it also helps you, which is one of my other blueprints. I've separated it, so it helps you have clarity as you are becoming aware, so you can easily spot out, am I aware of who I am? Am I aware of my strength? Am I aware of what it takes for me to become all that I'm called to become? Am I aware of how long it takes before my leg can start working fully, even though they are placed within my body, so I can relax and become, and not be anxious, and not get so worried and stressed out and become depressed or sad and oppressed when I see other people running, because I understand that they've gone through that course of time. They have done the work, and I need to take allow time to take its course in my life so my legs fully develop. When I'm not speaking, I'm not in a haste and rush as well. I babble, I say all the things that does not have meaning, but I'm relaxed and I'm still joyful because I know that nature will take its natural course until I'm fully, my vocal cords and everything, and I am learning. I have fully learned and comprehend how this language is spoken. Then I can start speaking my first words. So it helps me to become aware and confident in who I am. Confidence is trust. So I have faith in my ability to accomplish my life purpose, in my ability to run my race and finish my calling, my purpose. So I trust myself and my ability to become all that I'm created to become. Once you know who you are and you understand this, the next thing is the blueprint, vision. Who are you called to become? What are the fruits you are called to bear? What do they look like? What do they taste like? How do they feel like? What benefits do they bring and add to people around you? So what have you got to give the world? What have you been blessed with to serve this world with? What strengths and gifts and talents have you been empowered with to go serve your world, to go impact and transform those 10 billion lives that are waiting for you? Only you have been given all that is needed to serve them. The gifts they need, the minerals they need, the empowerment they need, so they too can fulfill their own life purpose and calling. So my next blueprint is vision. Having a clear vision of where you are destined to be, what you are destined to be, what you are called to become, and what you are called to serve, gives you the ability to persevere amidst the storms and challenges. Awareness gives you the ability to be patient and persevere. Having a clear vision gives you the ability to endure, to be patient and persevere. When you are being pushed away because you know that the end, your purpose can only be actually accomplished after you have impacted and transformed 10 billion lives, after you have empowered 10 billion people to know their worth and their life purpose, after you have empowered 10 billion people to choose a healthy lifestyle over an unhealthy lifestyle, after you have empowered 10 billion people to have a mindset of optimism, self-belief and hope. Only then can you say it is finished. Only then can you go and rest. So if someone is pushing you back, you understand that no, this is merely opposition. And yes, it is part of the forces in nature that are there to strengthen me. Because this journey will sure take time. This journey sure needs some muscles of resilience. This journey sure needs me to be able to run and go through maybe so many miles. And I need to practice so I am able to run 10 miles without running out of breath and fainting and missing the race because I fainted, because I didn't participate in the race. Because at the end of the day, the ones who don't participate in life can never achieve their purpose. It is only those who are alive and living that can achieve their purpose. So having a clear vision in mind enables you to understand that this is only a part of my journey to build my muscles. It's a training ground. This opposition, as it pushes away, it pushes me backward as I come forward, is testing me, it's testing my ability to see, because I still have a long way to go, because I know who I am. I know my journey is not a journey of overnight. I know I cannot become that doctor in a week. I cannot become that doctor in 1 month. So all of these tests and exams are to test me. If I cannot endure a year of my test as a medical student, how can I be able to endure 5 years in this course? So once I pass that test of a year, I now have more assurance, in other words, more self-belief and faith in myself. I now have more knowledge, greater knowledge, and I'm strengthened. I'm more knowledgeable and stronger and resilient because I know more. I have also developed my muscles of resilience. I have gone through that test. Yes, I did fail some of them, but I learned from my mistakes and failures, and I am now a better person than I first stepped into this medical course. In year 2, I'm no longer the same person I used to be in year 1. I know more. I've got more knowledge. I've got more resilience. I know what it means to sit for 1 good year and be patient. I know what it means to fail a test and yet go back and read all over again and take it. So I'm ready to move to the next level. higher level, new level says, someone says new devil, new challenges. Like the wonderful Nelson Mandela said it so well. After climbing a great hill, a very high hill, you get to the top and you say, whoa, I accomplished it. I'm victorious. I've finished my race. One only gets to realize there are many more hills to climb. The first hill has taught you a lesson. The first hill has built your resilience. The first hill has built your stamina. The first hill has built your ability to be able to breathe and be able to produce more oxygen. So it gives you more ability to go on and be able to breathe. And your mitochondria can produce even more oxygen, can work better. It has strengthened your heart muscles so they are able to pump more blood for a longer journey. Because you've been tested through the first, you're now resilient to move to the second. And again, year 2 comes with new levels of challenges, new levels of learning. But because you are aware from the very beginning that this course takes 6 years, you are not upset, you are not impatient, you patiently wait, you are receptive, you ask, you seek, you knock, you want to get more knowledge, so you are empowered to know more so that you can actually be able to do more and move to the next level of your studies as a medical student. And as you fail again, this is the second time of failure. You know, failure does not mean you cannot do it. It's feedback of what you don't have to do. What you have done before, that was not the right way. So it guides you into alternative pathways. But remember, your vision is at the end having the medical degree. Because you know where you are heading to, you will be able to withstand every opposition. No matter how many times you fail, you will wake up again, ask, seek, and knock. Learn, get mentors. Those who have gone ahead of you, ask them how they did it to guide you, show you some of those pathways that you must not walk to avoid so many turbulence. Of course, some of the turbulence we need to go through to strengthen us, like I said, but some of them, someone once said this, why we learn through our experience. Experience is a great teacher. Your own experience must not always be your teacher. It says it's cheap if we learn through our own experiences. Always the best experience is the experience of others. Wise people learn through the experiences of others. Beloved, there is no challenge you've gone through that is peculiar to you, that's new to you. Others have gone through before you, and so many will go through after you. Go learn from those who have been before you. That is a great way to learn and overcome challenges and persevere in the midst of challenges without having to have all the marks and, wounds. You don't need to have wounds. Those who went through that path had the wounds, so you may rise and soar through that path without necessarily having the wounds. They took the shot on your behalf, so you may go through the right path, not having to take those bullets. They fell so you may rise and stand on their shoulders and move towards the path they've paved for you, so you might get to that destination of becoming a doctor, whatever you are destined to become, faster. So beloved, like I said, first blueprint, awareness, knowledge. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Vision, destination, what you are destined to become. What's your calling? What's your purpose on this earth? My people perish for lack of vision. Without vision, there is no restraint, there is no discipline. You will give up, you will give in. There is no willpower. Discipline is our ability to keep going, because the willpower has a limitation, even when we don't feel like it. Of course, the willpower steps in, but a vision creates something more powerful, which is called motivation, drive. It is the drive. Give me someone. Anybody can accomplish anything in life. It's about the drive. It's about the drive. Give me a why to live life. Anybody can live life with a powerful reason to live. The why, the drive, and your motive, your purpose creates a powerful drive within you that becomes unstoppable, and what is called passion. These are natural forces. So that what happens, like I said, opposition is a natural force in life as well to strengthen you. But when opposition meets passion and motivation, look at these three forces. Opposition is always the opposite direction. Passion is attractive force towards the purpose. Motivation is behind. Okay? So look at what's happening. You've got two forces. Passion is ahead of you. It's pulling you forward. It's magneting you towards your purpose. There is a drive. It's not a drive. There is a force pulling you every morning you wake up, a natural inclination towards your purpose, towards your calling, because of the passion that has been ignited by the vision you have for who you are called to be. So the passion is in front of you. It attracts you. It attracts you. You know how a magnet is. When you put it, it attracts everything that's metallic that can be attracted towards it, that is in alignment with it, that is within its magnetic field, and it can pick up. So every purpose that is linked to that destination, every purpose that is linked, everyone who is destined for that destination, for that magnetic field, in other words, is being attracted. The forces are so powerful that it's beyond your control. And that's why when we are passionate about something, the force of passion is so powerful that it subdues the drive for food, for any other thing. Motivation now is behind you, pushing you. And then guess what? Opposition is contrary to your direction of movement, but it's a smaller force, okay? It builds you as well. It's important. But what happens? That force is coming, but you have a greater force, a greater drive to push forward, and you build your muscles of resilience, and then the passion takes you forward. It attracts you towards your destination. How powerful. How powerful. Which is why when you have a why, a purpose, you can overcome every opposition, because the force pulling you ahead is far powerful than any force pushing you back. And the force driving you forward is far greater than any force pushing you back. I want you to imagine this. You are in the gym. I'm lifting weight, okay? I'm lifting 10 kilos. As I lift it up, I need to move upward to build that muscles, my biceps, triceps, whatever muscle I'm working on. As I lift it, the weight is pressing against me. Pressing. The aim is not to destroy me. The stronger my force is, the more I can withstand that force of opposition, that weight that goes upwards. And if I started with 5 kilos because I was weaker, the more I stay in the gym building 5 kilos, the stronger I become. The next time I step into that gym, that same opposition, that obstacle, that 5 kilo of weight that came to oppose my movement forward, that came to oppose me, built my resilience, made me stronger. My muscles became stronger. After a week, I go to the gym. That is also timing of patience, because I understand, I have awareness of who I am, what I want to achieve. I want to develop biceps, triceps, six pack, and I understand that there is a process, there is a timing. Time has to take its natural course, and that opposition force is what I need to strengthen my muscles and build that resilience. But the next time I go, if I didn't have that opposition force, what would happen? I could not be stronger the next time I go to the gym. I might be able to now lift 10 kilograms each as I push again, because my drive, the motivation to push forward is far greater than the force to push below. I don't just ouch and leave. I'm like, one more time, I'm going to push harder. But think about it, that motivation does not even come from my willpower. It's beyond. It's an intrinsic force that is linked to the purpose why I'm lifting that weight, to become healthier, fitter, and stronger, to be able to save 1 million children or 10 billion children. To go to this school, to become that doctor. So no matter this result I'm having, this test I'm having, they are coming against me, one test at a time. And the more tests I pass, the easier it is. I'm used to taking exams. My muscles are now, accustomed to taking exams. My mindset is accustomed. So that's no longer any challenge. For me, it's the norm as a medical student studying medicine. But my goal is far powerful. I want to save children in Africa. I don't want any child to die of leukemia. I want to be able to operate children. I don't want any child to die of malaria, you name it. So that purpose is far bigger, and the force attracts you every day. You have a powerful purpose driving you forward, pushing you forward, pulling you forward to live life and to go to attend that course 1 more day, 5 more years, 6 more years, and not give in and give up. And the force to keep going, the intrinsic drive and motivation, the why you are doing that, not only for yourself. It's like you've got the whole world with you now. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm not the only one pushing up, this opposition, but the world is with me, because it's not for myself. Vision goes beyond the self. Vision is not ambition. Ambition is what I want, I desire to feel personally successful, to meet my ambitions, my drive for life, that I'm successful. But vision goes beyond ambition. It's got to do with others, impacting life. It's got to do with my purpose. It's got to give in fulfillment and the glory to whoever created me, which for me is God, and for everyone, God created us all. Everyone is created, or anything that functions, by a manufacturer. And you have to identify the manufacturer, and I know clearly where. And this is all part of the self-awareness, understanding who I am, where I come from, and so on and so forth. Like that seed, when you're under that ground, you're not worried. And that moment comes now to sprout. The force within that seed, the drive to break through that ground, no matter how hard it is. But understand, because it's been nurtured and nourished, the ground is now softer, and the breakthrough is easier. So there is that process where you have the dream, the vision to become a doctor, to impact and transform 10 billion lives. You need to break through. It's that moment where you go through that opposition. There will be several oppositions in life, and you break through again as you stay in that cause, in the process, to become all that you were creating to become. That seed now has gotten to the moment where it has to shoot. It has to break through that ground. The process has been fulfilled. The timing is over for it to stay under that ground. It's fully matured, and it has now matured and overcome the level of staying at the ground. It's now mature and ready to sprout and withstand the new challenges out there, the next stage of its growth that will be out in the physical world now, taking all the storms and winds and changing weathers. That child has now fully developed the legs, the muscles, and that child can be able to walk now and go to the next stage of growth. And now the child starts moving. You fall once, you fall two. That child knows that this movement is for a purpose, to take me to my destination, to fulfill my divine purpose and calling. Even if I fall several times, I'm not going to quit and say I quit walking. I'm not walking anymore. These legs are here for a purpose, to take me wherever I have to go, to impact and transform those lives, to get me running and impacting more lives, to get me going to that course and studying, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to quit when I meet those next levels of challenges. I am ready again, because I have an understanding of who I am, the timing, the process I must go through to become all that I'm created to be, fully mature and complete in my authenticity, serving and impacting lives in my most authentic form and purpose. I will endure. I will be able to overcome those next set of challenges and opposition I encounter, be it the winds, be it the storms, and all of that. My eyes are fixed on the final, until I become that orange fruit I'm called to be, and give and deliver those minerals and vitamins to those who are meant to benefit from my fruits. Until I become that medical doctor and go out there and start working in that hospital or that mission, serving children in the most deprived countries of the world, to heal them, to carry out surgery that no one could have done, because I am well trained, passionate, and equipped with everything I need to do this. And above all, my passion keeps propelling me forward. My vision keeps, and motivation keeps propelling me forward, while my passion keeps attracting me towards that destination, and I'm able to overcome every force of opposition along my way. And then the next stage and the next stage. So it's so powerful to understand. Power of vision, and I talked of 4, which is time again. Time. In every stage, time comes into play. The power of timing. There is a process in everything in life. Nothing happens overnight. That's a miracle. We are not placed on earth to fulfill our purpose through a miracle. There must be practical actions and experiences, which is why we are sent on this earth as spiritual beings, having a natural physical experience, so we may train and guide others through the path they must walk, through the process they must accomplish to fulfill their own God-given purpose and live the life they were called to live. So timing is important. Set your vision, write it down, know that it will come to pass. Set goals, put a time bound your goals. In this time, year 1, I will accomplish this. It gives you the ability to be patient effortlessly, because you know that time has its place. This has got nothing to do with me. It will take 1 year. No matter how fast I go, of course, the more you do things, like I said, you might reduce the time, but there are certain things that need to allow the natural process of time to take its effect, so they may be fully mature and complete, as they were destined to be by the Creator Himself, who created that season and timing for a purpose, for maturation and completion. So you must have a sense of time. You must put time to every action you're taking. You want to become a size 10. You want to weigh 70 kilograms. You want to drop from 90 kilograms to 70 kilograms. When? There is no school to make you drop, okay? You put the time, go to some classes where you might be empowered and encouraged by others in the classes, and then you set a time frame, because it will determine, your actions as well. You understanding there are certain things you need to do. If you know that in year one, at the end of 6 months, we have this exam, you will be prepared. You'll be taking actions to be prepared. You'll be doing your part. If you understand that you have to become from size 80, from 80 kilograms to 75 kilograms in the next 3 months. So for example, or let's say 80 to 75 in the next 5 months. For example, every single month I need to be 1 kilo less. I need to become healthier and fitter. So I need to do this, that, and that. And next year, the next month, the same. But the stronger you are, the more things you can do, because you don't even feel the effort, because you're stronger. Like I said, in lifting those bars, you started with 5 kilos because you are now stronger and more resilient. Obstacles become like the norm in life. There are so many challenges I go through now in my life. That's why I say I thank God for my greatest challenges in my life, because they've shaped me to become the powerful and confident, resilient woman that I am right now. There's some obvious challenges I encounter along my way. I like child's play, because I'm super fit and resilient now. It's like giving a heavyweight lifter 10 kilograms in the gym. It's like a child playing with a paper ball to that person. They've been working out daily in the gym, developing their muscles. That's just a toy to them. That's no lifting weight. They are so powerful than that. It's exactly the same thing. You cannot escape these challenges. You cannot escape obstacles and trials. The race is for those who endure. If you don't endure, if you do not actually have perseverance during these challenging times, beloved, you will not be able to get to the end of your race. You will not be able to live a fulfilling and purposeful life. You will not be able to impact the 10 billion lives you set out to impact and transform. You need to endure. You need to persevere. You need to use those oppositions to strengthen your muscles and keep going, and they will make you better and more equipped to be able to take more along the path. So understand timing. Put time into your goals and everything you want to accomplish. Okay? And the final, like I said, in all this, the shorter the time, if you see role models, it enables you to make it quicker in the right way. I'm not just talking of quicker by passing time, because you avoid some pit holes, you avoid falling. If you knew, for example, in advance, you've not gone through a path, so you cannot know what is ahead. You only know what is here, and of course you see the vision clearly, what you have to achieve, but you don't know the how. You don't know what is on that path, because you've not walked that path. If you meet those who have walked that path, associate with those who have walked the path you dream to walk. Associate with those who have lived the experience you want to experience. Associate with those who have accomplished the vision you want to accomplish. Beloved, never go to a loser. Never go to someone who's never accomplished something you want to accomplish and ask counsel from them and ask advice from them. The best way to lose, or the best way to fail in life, is to ask someone who's given up in their dreams, who've given up in life, how to succeed. Ask someone who said, I tried it, I did it, and it did not work. My beloved, you're not looking for those who have tried it. Trying is not achieving. You are looking for those who have achieved success in the areas where you want to achieve. You are looking for those who have accomplished the mission you want to accomplish. Go and seek for those who have done it. They know it's challenging. They know, yes, the road is rocky, but then they will be able to guide you, and they will give you clear direction on what to go. So you don't take some of those path that they took and they've learned from, because there were so many pit holes there. They can guide you. You're not taking a shortcut, but you are going faster than they went, because they fell. So you may be able to walk on their shoulders and avoid some of those pit holes. They went through those pit holes, so they may be able to lift you and go through them without you going through the same pit holes. Seek for mentors. Seek for role models. Keep your eyes focused on the destination and those who have done it. Surround yourself with people who believe in that dream, because they themselves have accomplished that dream and they know it is achievable. They know everything the mind of man can conceive and believe can be achieved. Don't associate yourself with those who do not believe, with those who are so focused on the now, on the side, on what they see, and they don't believe in your dream and vision. It's the easiest way to kill your dream. Such people will cause you to abort your vision. They will cause you to abort your baby, your brainchild. They will cause you to give up in life. Pause and think, who are my friends? How many of them encourage me in this journey? Some of your friends will love you to stay where you are because they have known you all through your life, staying in that position. But it is now the time for you to sprout. They've been comfortable. They knew you all through when you were under that ground like them. They've never seen the next level of growth. They've never gone out and experienced that process of shooting out and coming out as a shoot to then become a tree, to produce leaves and flowers and eventually fruits. They will discourage you. They need companion. They need companion. Pity party. They want to throw parties where they pity themselves. They talk of the negative, traumatic past and all that. You are not born to stay trapped in your past. The race is for your vision. The race is for your purpose. Stop staying behind with those people you experience those past with and talking about the past. You cannot change it. It doesn't empower you. It doesn't make you into any it doesn't bring you into any better person if you don't take the lessons learned from the past to step into the future and your divine calling. The lessons of your past are useful. Seek role models. Seek people who have done it and achieved it. Seek people who are living a healthy lifestyle. What I usually see, a lot of people who are obese, look at their friend group. Sometimes I look at these things, I'm just like, my goodness. Went to a restaurant once, was eating, I think it was in McDonald's, just stopped there. My daughter wanted something, stopped and we're eating. I saw a group, I think 4 incredible ladies, beautiful ladies. Behold, they were all obese. And they were all friends and they were just eating all sorts of things. My darling, I'm not saying, it's just some truth. These are principles, okay? They are laws of nature. They are laws of nature. If you are an orange, you will produce oranges. If you came from an orange fruit, you will produce oranges, not lemon. It's not about having pity or wanting to conform and be like others around you. You were not called to be in association. Your lifestyle should not be an unhealthy lifestyle. You are not fit if you are obese. You are not healthy if you are obese. There will be chances that you will not be able to fulfill your God-given purpose because there will be consequences. Unfortunately, you will not be able to sustain the opposition, the test of time. When you run, you will not be able to sustain the test. You will become weak because you are running out of breath. Your heart cannot actually sustain or endure the race. So you've got to be fit. You cannot afford to continually associate yourself with friends who are empowering or enable you to stay and eat junk food and you enjoy with them and you say you are great friends. No. If you are truly great friends, call them. All of you can go now and become friends to people who are living a healthier lifestyle. If they are willing to join you into that healthier lifestyle, go on with them and get a team of people who are healthier and fitter than you are, who can guide and mentor you into becoming all that you were created to be. You cannot afford to stay there. You must leave that environment. You cannot be complacent. They might be your childhood friend. They serve for a season, for a purpose. Some friendships and relationships are seasonal. Some are purposeful. Some are for a lifetime. You need the wisdom to discern. These friends might have been for a season. Yes, that season where you have to throw pity party and just be complacent and say, oh, I will just accept. It is what it is. Accept it is what it is. It's never what it is. It's what you make it to be. You can change your situation. So many have gone ahead of you and changed. They were obese. They've become fit and healthier and they are teaching others how to be healthy. You can become that as well. So associate yourself with those who have accomplished, not those who have tried, not those who make excuses. Successful people don't make excuses. They show you results. They are results driven. They are solution focused. They want solutions, not excuses. Excuses are mere words, mere reasons we give ourselves to stay complacent and say, oh, I tried. Trying means nothing. Take actions and do it and become all that you were created to become. So today we're looking at persevering through life storms and trials, and I've shared 4 blueprints with you. The first is awareness in twofold: self-aware and aware of the various challenges and oppositions you go through in life, aware of the fact that you are called to fulfill a certain purpose and this is the timing that is required for you to fulfill that purpose. Become aware of the fact that you've got a desired dream to become a doctor, for example, a pharmacist, for example, and there's a timing and process that you need to go through. Study to become this doctor, lawyer, and pharmacies, and it will give you the ability to be patient without worrying, without being anxious, without losing your health and well-being, without losing your mind, because you understand there are just some things that are out of your control. There are just some natural things that have to be done when time takes its course. And the second blueprint is vision, having a clear vision, seeing the end from the beginning, having exact clarity of where you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, the life you are called to live, your purpose. Your purpose enables you with a greater power, a powerful force called passion and motivation, drive. It ignites a passion within you to keep going, that propels you, that attracts you forward to your calling, to your purpose, and a drive, a why, a reason to keep going amidst all the opposition. And once you see that vision so clearly, you understand that this opposition is not there to kill you, because it's allowed, it's a process, it's a pathway, an experience you must go through so that you may become all that you are created to become. You also understand that time again has a role in this part of you transforming from what you are right now into becoming all that you are created to become, fulfilling that vision. Like that leg, yes, it has a purpose in your body, but when you were born, you couldn't walk overnight. So you chill, relax, and wait for time and the things that are actually beyond your control, that happen involuntarily, to take place, so that you may now do what you can do, your part, to then get to that destination, that vision. And then the third we talked about, once you have this clearly, it's time that goes through every single stage. Time, put a time frame, understand that there's a season for everything in life. There is a timing. The more aware of who you are, your strengths, what you are called to do, your purpose in life, your vision, the more aware you are of the time it takes to become that, so you are not worried. So it is about time. Time has its natural course to play, and everything you said, you must put the time to it. That will allow you and enable you to work and be patient as well. And also, in case the time is coming so soon, you know that you have to increase your actions. For example, you know that tomorrow is your exams. If you were never reading, you must read tonight. If it's in a week's time, you must start preparing and revising and all of that. It helps you to be more prepared. It helps you to be more prepared. And also, when you are so conscious of the fact that we have a limited time on this planet, it's more important for you to know that you don't have eternity. Okay, you will live your life like someone who knows that every single moment is the last moment. You will live your life like, every single moment matters. Every single moment is valuable and important, and you live a purpose-driven life. You ensure that your time is effectively utilized. You don't squander your time. You don't waste your time in things that do not contribute towards your vision and purpose, because time is out of your control. You don't have eternity to fulfill your purpose, and you know that every single moment counts towards the final purpose, or the final journey of you becoming all that you were created to become. And finally, role models, people who have walked the journey, people who have lived the life, people who have accomplished what you want to accomplish. Spend time with them, seek them, listen to their stories, watch them, follow and study their lives, and beloved, you will learn so much more. You will become all that you were created to become with ease. You'll be able to go through challenges, because their stories, their testimonies will encourage you. You will understand that they too went through some challenges, and they will tell you those challenges did not break them. They succeeded because of those challenges. And in other words, you have faith and hope in yourself, and also in the journey and the vision. So this is the Transformation Podcast with your wonderful, incredible, inspirational host, also known as the Transformation Doc, Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi, the founder and CEO of award-winning non-profit organization Voice of Nations, with a vision to empower and transform the lives and status of young girls, women, and their families, so they step out and live a fulfilling and purposeful life, having financial independence and living a life of purpose and fulfillment. I'm also the founder and global CEO of Dr. Sylvia Likambi International, bringing you everything you need, your gateway to optimal mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health and well-being, which is a transformation center, and Dr. Sylvia Likambi Health and Well-being Clinic. I'm also the founder and global chair of Global Visionary Women Network, with a vision to unite visionary women from all walks of life and nations to empower and educate the ordinary girl child into extraordinary citizens and leaders of purpose to become change agents. Join us at our next Global Women Leadership Summit from the 23rd and the 25th of October at the beautiful, iconic city of Liverpool, at the University of Liverpool and the University of the Hope University, Liverpool Hope University, over 3 days. A powerful a leadership summit. I invite you to register. I'll put the link on this video. Register to join us and some incredible, powerful women leaders who have left their mark on planet Earth, who are leaving a lasting legacy. Our theme this year is living a lasting legacy, leading with purpose and living a lasting legacy. It's powerful when we lead with purpose, the change and transformation that we make in our world, and we are able to overcome opposition and keep going, like I've shared with you here, overcoming life challenges, persevering through life storms and challenges. So beloved, I wish you a wonderful and a glorious day. Reach out. I've got some few places for mentoring and coaching. If you need support, if you want to achieve something I've already achieved, you want that guidance, I am here to help you. Start up your own business, transform your passion into a business, to become confident, to become a natural speaker like myself. I'm here to guide you. It's so easy. So you speak in the most authentic and natural way, never running out of your words or missing a line, but just impacting and transforming lives wherever you speak. You mesmerize your audience and they stay hooked up to you and they could listen to you for hours and hours. Reach out. Public speaking is not the end of the world. You need not to be afraid. Meet those who do it effortlessly, so they can teach you and authentically how to do it authentically and effortlessly as well. You lack confidence, you want to meet me to guide you. I've got diverse programs. You want to develop optimal mental health and well-being, you want to overcome depression naturally, I've got some groundbreaking programs that are actually results proven. They've been tested and proven. People have worked with thousands, have come out of antidepressant medications that can serve you as well. Reach out to me. I want to support you, your children. I do work with young people as well. I am looking forward to hearing from you. And thank you for joining me on today's episode of the Transformation Podcast with your host, Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi. Be blessed, inspired, and encouraged to step out and persevere amidst life challenges. Thank you and God bless.